Hey, I'm Jay, and I've got something to say about Reaper Bones 6, The Lost Tombs of Hakir. So, The Lost Tombs of Hakir are maybe one of the things I was the most excited about because it matches up really well with the White Ice Dunes for Dungeons and Lasers. So, I think the first thing we got are some beetle folk, which I just glued together. These needed some assembly. So, there's a caster. See, they've all got shells and multiple arms with little buggy claws, like a fully armored fighter. Got his little scimitar sheath on his bum. A dagger rogue. He's even got like a little cloth mask, little round bottom, little tiny feet, and a archer. Sheath of arrows. Now, these guys are really short compared to the Dungeons and Lasers beetles. So they're not going to mix as well as I was hoping. I mean, these guys are really big, so like, here's a human. These guys are pretty big. These guys are like dwarves. They're short and stout. They're real cute. And then this thing I did not get glued together, so he's kind of falling apart. There is a beetle riding a beetle. So there's like the little caravan. He's carrying all kinds of goods, logs, wood. I guess maybe that's a chest. So he's driving the beetle. And this thing's big. That's a 3-inch base. All of these are like harder plastic, so it's not quite hips. It's heavy, but it's real hard. It still has some warping. So, like the sarcophagus, you can see that's like a little smiley face. But yeah, so here's a big stone tomb with a sarcophagus in it, with a mummy in the sarcophagus, and it all comes out, all comes separate. This doesn't lay flat on the floor, again, warping. Like, it needs boiled and reshaped. Same with this big one. Doesn't lay flat. These walls are technically hollow. I don't know how much good that does. Real hard plastic. Much harder than I'm used to from bones, but not hips. What you guys are probably hoping for are the Egyptian gods, which I'm not taking out of their plastic because I don't want to have to assemble them right now. So they come on these big plinths. They're 75 millimeter tall. Compare that to the human. So there's what's the snake set. The snake. Amenu for the alligator, hippo, beast, lion. There's a crocodile river god. He's really big. Look at him compared to the ladies. It's like 4 times as big. So like, there's his back. There's his head. So I'm getting a lot of shine on there. Big tail. Big plinth. Bast or Bastet. The cat goddess. Legs. Oh, I forget her name. She was just in that Marvel show. Hippo. She's got a weird like round plinth. It's a little square there, but it's, I don't know why that's different. So that one's different. Anubis, jackal. And what's the last one? Hoth. See the Hoth guy? See if I can get his head. Yep. There's the hawk. One Gith hippo. Should be holding up the human. Mummies. Lots of mummies. Whoops, dropped one. So some mummy warriors, one coming out of the ground. I don't know where that other one went. Sorry. This is a Dungeons and Lasers mummy, so they'll go perfect together. Those are good together. Stylistically, the Mummy King and Mummy Queen. I'm just going to need to straighten her staff a little bit, but she's got good detail on the back of her hair. Good detail on her base. And again, these are like harder than I'm used to from Bones. There are, and I just lost them. There's 2 cats. There they are. And a couple more undead coming out of the ground. A couple of mummy cats. Our human heroes. So you can see they're ready for warm weather. He's not wearing pants. She could pass as black with her like dreads. Oh, she's got a little cat tail. Does she have ears? She doesn't have cat ears, so I don't know if that's just her clothing. And then a dwarf with a beetle shield. And sandals? Nope, those are boots. That would have been good to have a dwarf in sandals. That would have been neat. Little scatter terrain. Scorpions. Again, I didn't feel like assembling these, but there are little scorpions and a really big scorpion. And size comparison, again, there's a person. Crocodile. And the furnace. Put a person. I don't know if it's tall enough to put a person in here and still close it. Not quite. You can see there's a little gap there. I'm pushing down. Can't quite. You could fit a halfling in there. But this thing comes walking around. It walks. It's got little feet. It walks around. It eats people, and then it heats up like a furnace. And I think except for the mummy I dropped, that's it.